Blessings, all my shapeshifters, or anybody who is looking to move into an energy of change to create a shift. So let's go ahead and start with your reading. I've already pre-shuffled, so just kind of playing with them right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull all the cards. And as I'm doing that, I just invite you to connect to your heart space. If you have an intention you would like to bring forth, now would be a good time to connect to that as well. And let's see what all you have coming through today. This is kind of fun. We're getting some different cards. I feel like the last two readings have had very similar cards. So this is kind of fun. Okay. So you know what I'm noticing immediately is how much rainbow energy you have in your 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 1. But I just find that fascinating. So for you that know the 7 elements, I'm feeling that they would be very supportive for you to continue to shift consciousness into an abstract frequency until you self actualize and can move into higher frequencies beyond that. So, if you don't know what the 7 elements are, I believe I might have a video and I can put that in the link. Hopefully, I'll remember. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So your first frequency here is the frequency that you're aware of that you're holding or is just under the surface. And you're getting the first level of a 5, which is also your archetype. It's DMT code number 5, which is shifting, changing. It's the ability to consistently be. Well, it really is kind of the 1 to the 2 to the 3 because you're able to see what's there and always be moving into a higher frequency, and that you don't get connected or locked into attachments. So what I'm feeling in this is that it's time for you to, and whether this is pertaining to one part of your life or just an overall general sense, to really start to master what that means. Is what is it like to live a life without attaching to something you love, something you like, an outcome that you want? You can put whatever you want in these little quotations here, but what does that mean, right? Like, what does it mean to live your life without attachments? Because it's such a human condition to create attachments to things. And what would life be like if that wasn't true? And all you're doing is exploring this with the intellect and more on a thought-based place. And of course, there's going to be programming connected to that because it is kind of a first insight. This also could be you're moving into deciding that maybe something needs to change. Maybe you're starting to have awareness of a change that needs to happen, and you're just kind of mulling it over of what exactly is it that I'm going to change, or what would the consequences be of choosing this change? Something in your life is having you look at what needs to change, what attachments are connected to that change, and what programming or belief systems do I need to release in order to make this a clean, pure change? Meaning, I don't want to start changing my programming. I want to start change in a place of purity and clarity. And I don't know who this is from, but I have this saying that if the answer is I don't know when you're about to make a change, if it's I just don't know, and I'm gonna put this to, like, let's say it's somebody that you're thinking about breaking up with, right? If you're in a place where you don't know if that's the right decision, the answer is a no until it's a divine yes. I feel like that is one of the cleanest ways to make choices is it's a no until it's a yes. And that yes comes from that solid foundation, that intelligence within you. Let's go ahead and look at what DMT code. Okay, so for some of you, this may be job-based or money-based. Maybe it's a big purchase, maybe it's an investment, maybe you're thinking about leaving a job and doing something else. Um, it could be as simple as restructuring the way you're thinking about money. Let's continue, and maybe this will come more clear. So the next card, I'm going to go ahead and pull it. Oh, here's your other eight too. So this definitely has to do with creating abundance and it's like financially based. You know, abundance doesn't always mean finances, but in this case, I'm feeling that it is. So in this place, you're starting to maybe have different thoughts around something that is okay. I just got another hit on this. This isn't going to be for everybody. This is a general reading, but this is for somebody. And I just like had this flash in front of my eyes that there's a relationship in your life that is supporting you financially in some way. And you're wondering if it's time to walk away. This relationship could be a job. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. And now you're reflecting on other ways that you could replace that finance or that income, if you will, in a new way that's more self-fulfilling. So if this is a job, it would be another job. If it's a relationship, it would be maybe starting up a side gig so that you have extra income where maybe that income was um supporting you in some way. If this is somebody that isn't resonating with this, really feel into what your intention is. And the question that I would like you to ask yourself before we move into this other five here, because there's definitely shifts and changes happening, is it could be you mentally, the way you are holding belief systems around money is changing the reflection of how you see your finances. Or it could be put your intention here. You're thinking differently around your intention, which is starting to reflect a new way of thinking about your intention. So we're just going to keep it really general like that. But I feel like if you're watching this, you're intuitive enough to be able to connect this to your life right now. And I'm going to trust that you're getting what you need out of that. We're going to go ahead and pick the 9 as your DMT, which is that, you know, kind of mastering the belief systems, mastering the illusion of money. I don't know. You know, it's funny because I just did a activation yesterday. I believe it was for the Pioneer or the Reprogrammer. I could be wrong on that, but I think I'm pretty sure I labeled it abundance activation. I would go and watch that activation. And if you already watched it, I would go and watch it again. And with the intention of just upgrading your belief systems around what money is, around what the financial system is, because something here is trying to bring you in mastery of abundance. And this is the year to do that, right? It's kind of exciting. I really love this for you. Let's go ahead and move on to what you're not seeing. So, what you're not seeing is that you're already embodying this change, the frequency of your next, if you will, the frequency of mastering the abundance is already turning on in your body. You're already holding the vibration. You may not be conscious of it yet because you're still in these first levels on a more of a thought basis. So it might feel kind of heady and like you're still shifting your thoughts between what's a belief system and what is pure guidance, but know that's coming. It's coming and it's not far behind because you are embodying the shift that needs to happen to bring you into that mastery, to bring you into a foundation where you are held in the abundance. So you got 3 8s in this reading. So I'm skipping ahead, but I think it's important to know where you're going with this is that you're going to go from a place of it being heady to it being embodied. And so whatever it is, this change or what you're in creation of, you're starting to embody it. So, okay, this is the message that I'm feeling in this. The change has already happened within the DNA or within the body. Consciousness is going to follow that. Allow yourself when you're having these thoughts and you're feeling kind of heady, that it's like, you know what it feels like to be heady, and that's okay. But just in that, make sure you're opening up space to, yes, think about it because that's going to help you understand it more, but open space for, okay, this is what I can understand, and kind of put your consciousness in that abstract frequency every once in a while so that it can start to attune to the frequency of this abundance that is being embodied. That will shift the way you're thinking. It will elevate your thoughts. Okay. And you're getting the 7, which is elevating thought. It's clear channel. It's the ability to listen to an intelligence outside of your programming. So having both happening at the same time, because you can't just turn off your thoughts, because whatever it is that you're in the middle of here is, I have this just intuitive feeling that it's kind of all consuming, right? You're thinking about it a lot and you're putting a lot of energy into it, which is amazing. Focus matters, right? But know that you are embodying it and the information that you need is there. Just start to attune to that abstract frequency versus getting too caught up in the thoughts. That's the shift that needs to happen so you can move into the co-creation of a new foundation. Let's go ahead, and this is that co-creation space, is that you are also embodying a new foundation. So you're moving out of kind of, oh my gosh, who am I? What's happening? What am I doing? Am I making the right decision? Is this the right change for me? To really starting to feel grounded in the change. You're starting to feel grounded in this new space that you're moving forward in. So it could be you've been thinking about leaving a job, but you're not sure if you can afford to do so, which is allowing you to really have to step into a space of mastery in order to make a big change. You're in the change, you're embodying the change, you're getting the information you need in order to create this new foundation. And you're starting to trust in that. You're starting to realize, oh, I really can make a big change and I don't have to freak out. And it doesn't have to be hard. It might be uncomfortable, but I always know I'm going to get the answer that I need. I'm always going to get the support and the guidance that I need. And you're starting to really feel that every time you need the support is there for you. I'm going to leave it at that. Your co-creation is resting in that you are fully supported. So I'm also getting, because you're getting the 6 here, that you're fully supported and you have a soul family. You have a high frequency family that is also supporting you. You're not alone. You're not alone because the intelligence has turned on a DNA level, and you have others that understand what it takes to make a big change, to be a way shower, so that you can bring in the abundance you've been asking for, which is your particles of possibility. And it's abundance beyond just thinking about it. It's feeling abundant through the body. And you know what? I love this, because when the body starts to embody a frequency pattern, and so in this case, it's abundance, your consciousness is in your body. So your consciousness starts to attune to that frequency of abundance. So if you're needing support and holding that, if abundance is important for you and whatever it is that you're kind of shifting through right now, code yourself with this 8th code. Just bring it into your body on a daily basis and attune your consciousness to the frequency that it's releasing. It's going to support you in embodying abundance consciously. Let's go ahead and see what DMT code you're getting. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 5s, and 3 8s. You're definitely making a shift. And I am feeling that this is about money. Abundance is coming in. The shift is happening. And as you're embodying it, the shift is happening. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and move to the probability, which is the mastery level of the 6, which is, okay, so immediately right before I was about to say something, I heard you're on the right path. You're not only on the right path, but you're in mastery of taking action on this path. And this is encoded in your DNA to have this experience. So own it, master it, embrace it, knowing that you are so supported, because this truly is a code that is releasing from your DNA so that you can be in creation of something that's brand new. And I'm getting here, one of the things also that's going to support you is writing out. So when you get a hit, oh, go do this. If it's not something that you already know what to do, it may be helpful to kind of write it out so that you can read it in reflection and have more clarity on what it is exactly that it's saying. That's what's coming through with this, because it is encoded in your DNA. So when you go into creation or you have an insight of something that you're supposed to be doing, just write it down, let it go for a couple of days, and then come back and read it from a place of being open to receiving the messages beyond what you wrote. And that's going to help guide you at an even clearer level, because you're going to connect into the purity of the abstract frequency that is held behind it. What does that mean? You're going to be able to read it in a place beyond your programming. So hold space to read it in that way, and just kind of stay open to the message that's deeper than what you were able to receive the first time. All right, let's go ahead and code you. So shut your eyes, and if you want to place your hands on your heart, let's just bring in that beautiful white blue light, allowing it to trace along the brain and down through the spine. and really take the time to put your consciousness in the experience of this. Feeling how your spinal fluid is raising in frequency, you may feel some activity around your brain. And then allowing the light to fill your heart space as you connect to the quantum field, your quantum body. And then we'll activate the DNA of every cell of your body with code 897653. Feeling that as it upgrades your software system, upgrading your quantum body. Just feeling your body as it lights up all the electricity, the electrons of your body are sparking with this intelligence to guide you into shifting your finances into abundance, flow, creativity, and that the answers are within you. You are being supported in this change. The foundation is that you are completely held. Trust. And just taking in one more deep breath as you push your consciousness into your quantum body, feeling that frequency, being willing to be curious and explore this frequency. And I'm wishing you so much abundance in this shift that you are in now. Lots of love.